Hello folks, Jason Chrisman, JC's Bees, your Central Ohio beekeeper. And I want to know, just like you do, will sumac actually kill Varroa mites? Is it all just a myth? We're going to find out, because over the next 6-7 weeks, I'm going to be running an experiment. You can see here behind me, I've got 2 blue colonies. They're both empty at this time, but later on this week, I plan to add a nuke to each colony. They'll both start in the bottom box and work their way up, and once a week, maybe twice a week, I plan to go through each of these colonies, and when I'm making my inspections, I will be using Staghorn Sumac and the colony labeled Sue, and I will be using my standard smoker fuel and the one labeled Stan for standard smoker fuel. So that is the plan. You can see I've got a smoker for each colony, and those will never be intermixed from one to the other. They will stay with the colonies that they are supposed to be with. So what you're looking at here is Staghorn Sumac. It'll be the berries from this plant or tree that I use to treat in my video. Now I'd like to say real quick, if you're not familiar with what Staghorn Sumac is, because there's several varieties of sumac, one being poisonous. If you're not sure what it looks like, I don't recommend you try this. I don't want anybody to get sick or ill from misidentification of Staghorn Sumac. Let me move you in a little closer and we'll look over these colonies and I'll explain things a little bit more. So here they are, a fine close look at them. You can see Stan is labeled and Sue is labeled. I'm planning to stick this colony here in Sue and this colony here in Stan. And I haven't checked them recently, but I know before long they'll be climbing into the second box. So my plan is to do to smoke them just like I told you, and do alcohol washes once a week and see where the mites lay. And that's going to tell me if the sumac is lowering the mite level. We go around to the back of these colonies. You're going to also see that they have sticky boards, both of them. Rolling a thin layer of Vaseline on here so that the mites stick and don't fall off. We're able to get good readings. And you can also see that once this test is over, regardless whether the mites drop or not, I've already put portholes here on the back to treat with my oxalic acid vaporizer. So it'll go right in that hole. So that is the game plan. Both of these obviously have screened bottoms for the mites to drop through onto the mite board. So we've got our inner cover, and both colonies are set up exactly the same. There you can see the screened bottom and the sticky board. I bought exactly the same boxes for each colony, so there is no differences in the setup. And I'm going to leave them side by side so that there is no difference in their environment. And what I mean by that is one of them won't be in the sun and one won't be in the shade. They should have the same settings with their placement side by side. Well, they're both set up. We've got Stan here and Sue here. I was hoping to use this colony and the colony that sit there, but that one's a lot weaker than that colony. So I think that one and that one compare pretty well. This is an empty box. Over the next few days, I'll work to slide Stan a little closer to Sue and move that empty box. But I don't want to do it all at once, so we'll go a few inches a day until we're over here. Still might have that nuke in between the two, but that shouldn't play any tool on our experiment. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply some Vaseline to the sticky board. We're moving out of the hive here. And we'll set it right up on top. Now what I've got here is some Vaseline and a paint tray with a foam roller. And I'm going to use that to apply a thin layer across the whole sticky board. Now it's got a nice coat on it. I'm going to stick it back in and go do the next one. So there we go. Both colonies have bees in them, and both bottom boards have been coated with Vaseline. I need to do an alcohol mite wash to see where things sit right now as far as the mite load. And from there, we'll keep an eye on them the next 6-7 weeks and see how things go. Now, I do look for them to grow rather quickly over the next 6 weeks and make it into their second boxes, which I have sitting here. So that'll be interesting to see and see how much the mite load increases from that point. Make sure you tune in for the next episode on this. And in that video, I will discuss where the mite loads sit currently and where we go from here. These berries I collected last fall, and you have to pretty much collect them the year before because they need time to dry out. Now you can see there is a little bit of sawdust down in there, but I don't really think that's going to affect anything. Definitely going to pack the berries full in the smoker. There is a little bit of a woody stem mixed in, but I think most of the results are going to come from sumac berries if it is effective. So that is the plan for the next 6 weeks and these colonies. Now I've had several people tell me that Staghorn Sumac works great to cool down an aggressive hive, and that may be very well true, but this experiment will not be to cool down hot hives. It's only to see if Staghorn Sumac actually drops Varroa mite counts. So if this is something you're interested in, make sure you follow this series. Like I said, it'll be running for the next 6 or 7 weeks, and I really hope that I can put an answer to this big question of, does sumac actually work for Varroa mites? So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little short video. If you did, throw it a thumbs up. If you want to follow it, make sure you subscribe and click on that little bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week, folks. You think Staghorn Sumac's going to work, Ladybug? Look at these berries. Look at them. You think those are going to kill mites? Not bees. We don't want to kill bees, Ladybug. We want to kill mites. Do you think those will work, honey? Huh? You don't know, do you? You'll have to tune in, Ladybug. Yeah, you'll have to tune in and watch. See if it works.